Here are the votes. We're gonna decide what to play. Then I'll set it up and do my midstream break, and then we'll come back. So let's see what it is. Kind of equal. Fewer votes for Mama Soy and Sammy Surikit, but there's a slight advantage to Call of Duty for the N-Gage, but not huge. Really, there's a lot of possibilities here. Let's somehow make it load incorrectly. What happened? What is going on? That was weird. It showed up correctly for you, but incorrectly for me. That was a little bit wonky. Oh! I am so glad that I use this system. Well, time for House for mobile phones. Here it is. The best video game anybody has ever made. Probably. We shall see. We shall discover. Okay. Yes, everything is set up. For some reason, finding a version of this that worked was really hard. So this is the bizarre resolution of 360 by 360. I don't know what phone was 360 by 360, but, whatever phone this game expected, it's the only one I could make work. So here we are. I don't know. Does case file mean go? By the way, here's my depth of knowledge about the House MD narrative universe. I'm House, and I should speak in an English accent, but I don't. There we go. That's what I know. Hello, my name is Dr. Wilson. Dr. House should have been here to teach you the basics. Center D-pad. But since Dr. House is missing, it looks like I'll be teaching you today. This is the whiteboard. House's team's researches clues here. Well, what? I have so many new buttons. When you select a research task, an available doctor will begin research. When a task is complete, a clue will be revealed. Assign all your doctors to perform research. Okay. Was that a good? Did I? Oh, I see. Okay. Now that we have the clues, let's look to the X-ray and solve this illness. The X-ray, of course, is the 3 squares, the 3 rectangles button. What else would it be? Select the X-ray. Notice that clues appear to the right of the X-ray. Great. Do I do something with those? Or each clue tells you something about the symbols in the grid. Oh, this is going to be a strange puzzle game, I think. Using the clues, isolate one symptom in each of the squares. So his right shoulder has one problem, his left shoulder has a different problem. Solve the puzzle grid and cure the patient. I don't know what that means. I genuinely don't know what it's asking me here. So the first clue says that the red broken bone symbol is in the blue square. Is that what it says? Okay, I see what it's saying. Okay. Red disc equals blue square. Fine. The next clue says that the red symbol should be placed to the left of the purple symbol. What? Where does it say to the left? There's like a 1 with less than, like an arrow that goes in both directions. Does arrow that goes both directions mean less than? The last clue says that the purple symbol is above the green bone symbol. What does that mean? Okay, so this is the blue box. Fine. So we know that the next clue says that the red symbol should be placed to the left of the perfect purple symbol. Yeah, okay, wait. Okay, so I need to do that. Okay, I'm starting to understand what's happening. Now, that should be to the left of that. Fine. And that should be above green. So this needs to be green. Okay. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to figure out the puzzle. I don't believe it. It's actually lupus. This is what this doctor's voice sounded like in the show, right? I think I'm doing it right. I think this is what he sounded like. I maybe have seen 3 episodes. You solved your first case. Let's solve another one. Oh, we have to do very easy first. Can't do any of the other stuff. It's about the grid size of the puzzle grid. Okay, we know what kind of game this is, and what does it have to do with Dr. House? Nothing.
It was this or clinic duty. I figured I'd go with the lesser of 2 idiots. What have we got?
Your name is 13? That's not a name.
Government agent with purple. Government agent with purple asterisk and swelling in his brain.
Might be accidental exposure to toxins.
He's a government agent. He doesn't have a job that results in accidental exposure to toxins. He has a job that results in intentional exposure to toxins. Someone's poisoned him.
It's too soon to start playing the conspiracy card until he runs fast.
I'll schedule it. What voice did I give her? I'll schedule a talk screen. Ideas are not soda cans. Recycling sucks. I'm Dr. House.
What voice did I give any of them? Cuddy wants round-the-clock care for this guy.
He's important. Got it. No placebos for him. We'll use the real medicine.
Okay, so we've got 5 things to do and 3 doctors to do them. What do the stars mean, though? Is that are these good? Do you want more stars? Do you want less stars? Is it just about the amount of time? Do I just wait for... Okay, so star means fast and easy. Done? I don't know. White... chart. Okay, I guess here's the information we know. Purple above green, red above blue, purple in blue box, blue in other blue box? What? Great, go to the x-ray.
Doctors are available. Use them to gain clues.
I need an equals. Okay, so blue box is blue. These sound effects could not be worse.
Looks like we've solved the blue light bulb up his ass.
Something relative.
Doctors are available. Use them to gain clues.
I think I have all the clues I need, don't I? Yeah, okay, so this is red. This is red. This sound effect is really screwing up my brain.
Thallium poisoning. Our idiot patient decided that toxic metals were fun to play with. Of course. The lowered immune system kept us from treating purple asterisk.
So he was poisoned?
That or he has a death wish. At least we could go home knowing we helped out. Good for us, Foreman.
Treating illness is why we became doctors. Treating patients is what makes most doctors miserable. I don't like humans because I'm Dr. House.
Great. Okay, so you are supposed to... Okay, so you're on a timer, but I'm not sure if it matters. You're on a timer for reasons. So is this just one puzzle, or... Oh, okay. Okay, there are multiple puzzles.
Probably not my type. Still, got a picture?
It's an odd presentation of red circle.
Is there any history of drug use?
No.
No, or she says no.
She says there's no history. She's not a liar.
Okay, this is going to be a tough case. I have almost no knowledge of aliens' physiology. Get it? Because she isn't a liar, but that's impossible.
Everyone lies, but there's an exception to every rule.
Actually, there isn't. That's kind of what makes it a rule.
Wait, no.
We're wasting time. Can we please get back to the medicine? Yeah, Taub, our voices are not quite the same. Get with the program. Sheesh.
Great, do all the tests, do everything, whatever. I don't know of any particular reason not to do this. Okay, what knowledge do we know with certainty? Blue box is red. Now, green is below red. This is a weird puzzle. How did that solve everything?
It seems the symptoms were actually caused by a congenital heart defect. Obscured vessels would cause an abnormal flow throughout the body. Obstructed, I mean, vessels. And she's a liar. Did I forget to mention that part?
All that's left is a mass lesion in the left anterior temporal lobe surrounded by edema.
Sounds like fun. I'll go get my fishing gear. I'm such a character. Oh, that House. He's such a card.
80-year-old girl. No, 8. I was like, an 80-year-old is not a girl. Okay, 80-year-old, no. 8-year-old, yes. 8-year-old girl bruising and some visible evidence of bones crossed in a weird green box. If this game made no attempt at pretending that it had a plot or that it had anything to do with House, then it would be like a fine, fairly simple puzzle game. Everything that's wrong with this game is that for some reason it's a game about House. Her mother says that she accidentally fell down the stairs.
Ooh, I can hardly wait to meet Daddy. Daddy died from liver failure 3 years ago. So, that would make Mummy single now, wouldn't it?
What about treating the patient?
Well, I thought I'd get your theories, mock them, and then embrace my own. You know, the usual.
I can hardly wait! Oh my goodness, these take a very long time. Huh. Okay, I didn't quite anticipate the timing issue. I don't know how long we are allowed to take. So, just assigning everybody to do everything is not the solution, huh? Oh, this is exciting. I mean, I can't do anything before I have any clues, so... I think I'm starting to get the idea here. Like, this takes long enough that you could be doing other things. Whereas these are not going to take that long. Okay, so blue box is green thing. Green box is not red thing. Green thing above it is blue thing. And let's see what other information we can get. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And you can redo things you've already done. You can find more information. I see. I am learning. Blue box is not orange, which means it must be blue.
Looks like we sold the blue.
Looks like green. Shut up. So purple is to the left of this. Orange box is green thing. There is... Oh, I already knew that. Shut up. Okay, so I can, like, remove these once they've been done, I guess. Purple thing... Oh, does that... Oh, okay, there's a question mark, so it's not necessarily one round above. It could be multiple.
You idiot, this is all wrong.
But I know that Oh, dear. Okay. Well, this sure got harder, didn't it? Okay, so that's right. Green box is that, so that's right. That's... those, I think, were both enforced, yeah. Yep, fine. Now, purple is above that. So that must be here because it was all wrong when it was in the other place. Okay.
House is proud of me. I'm so happy.
Now, there's only really two possibilities here. Or I guess, okay, maybe a single symbol can appear multiple times, question mark? I don't know. Maybe this has to be this because I know it can't be that? Okay. In which case, we also know this, right? What a quality puzzle game this is. And then it just draws the L for loser. It's tularemia with a nice side of liver failure. Are you sure? It explains the green candy, but can't we just fast forward past the part where you run the test to prove I'm right?
What, you'd want us to just assume you're always right?
You mean you weren't already? I think I'm offended.
Great, we did it. Grade B, but I'm starting to understand the game, which must be good, question mark? But we've unlocked Resident. I think I'm going to do another easy one because we did not do a great job with that.
I can't even use the bathroom in peace. 21-year-old male, admitted with green circles.
It's so dumb. Why? Why is this the game? Remember, this is the same company that made Mr. Bean at the Zoo, which was the best game ever made. This is the same company. He ate an entire habanero pepper on a dare. It's a habanero. He's suffering from eating a habanero when he's a 21-year-old man and he can't eat one habanero? Pathetic.
Our patient is an idiot. Diagnosis complete.
Idiocy doesn't
Cause green circles. Are you certain that idiocy doesn't cause green circles? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does.
Survival of the fittest. Do a biopsy of the lungs. He's not in any condition for surgery. Okay, let's leave it a couple of weeks. He should be feeling better by then.
Oh, wait, which way does time go? Ha ha ha, I'm such a scamp. Okay, blue circle is green thing. Can't really work with that. We know it's not the green circle. We already know that wasn't the blue square, rather. Oops, well, hope I didn't want to undo that, whatever that was. So, green square is not green thingy. Looks like we very much don't know what we need to know yet. Blue square is not green thingy. And green square is not green thingy. This green thingy, there's an orange squiggle somewhere above it, and it can only be here because no orange squiggle is allowed anywhere else. So it looks like we've solved that. I don't think you got the right game. The Mr. Bean studio seems to have made a different House J2ME game, says Nettie in chat. I was considering that possibility, and we might have to check the about screen. You know, there can very easily be... we already knew this. We already knew this. Thank you. There could very easily be many games about this same cantankerous doctor because he's such a popular character. Wait, if these can only be here, then it must be that this goes here and that goes there. Yeah, okay, so this was actually more actionable information than I realized. And I think that each one only appears once, right? Yeah. So basically we've got this first row to deal with now. Okay, so I already knew that. Thank you so much. Useless information. I need some information about one of these three, please. Okay. What? Oh, no, that says that green is not to the left of orange, which we already know. Okay. We already knew that. Question the patient while they're on the operating table. I think we're going to get a bad grade here. Whatever is supposed to be happening here, either it hasn't given me the clue yet, or maybe I'm just supposed to try it. Stop telling me things I already know. We're just going to try something. That's the perfect way to solve every puzzle. Just attempt things and see what happens. Luckily, Dr. House will tell you if you're wrong.
The patient is suffering from cadmium poisoning. Cadmium poisoning? It explains the initial green circle diagnosis. If our patient weren't a moron, he would have caught it sooner. Seriously, serious stuff, you know.
So, I'm going to keep playing this game, but probably for next week I'll try to see if I can find the other one.
You're just now realizing that the symptoms were serious. You wanted to send the patient home.
B grade. I mean, I'll take a B. Whatever. 3x4 puzzles.
Did you know this building is full of sick people? You could catch something if you're not careful.
81-year-old woman thinks she had a heart attack.
You sure she's not just faking to get attention? You never know.
You never call, you know? I guess I understand the joke.
You never call, you know. She's also showing signs of purple asterisks. Check the liver and float a swan. Her heart's fragile after that last attack. The chances of tachycardia are... You have my permission to blame Foreman in any negligence trial.
Have you even read her file?
I started, but I found the characters two-dimensional. We're wasting time. What a cad. What a character I am.
Blue circle is that. Okay, I can't act on that just yet. Okay, I don't think I can act on either of those just yet. Okay, blue circle is not red. And I keep saying blue circle because I don't know what circles and what circles are and what squares are, just to be clear. Okay, so we know that there's not this here because of this information. All of those are still compatible. All of those are still compatible. So from here, we know, because there's not a green swirl here, that the green swirl must be... No, we don't know anything from that just yet. Do we know anything at all? Anything actionable yet? Can we deduce from the other things what must be happening here? I don't think we can just yet. Yeah, because I could still have these two be either... does this imply... No, this is that. Yeah, there's nothing we can do from that alone. Okay, so that's one to the right of that. This is above that, and we know nothing else about it. Dang it! So we know that this can't be here. So that's something. Now, does that tell us anything? Like maybe with this? No, not really. So this is above that, so we know that this must be here. We have finally learned something. So that can be in either of those two, but it can't be here. Well, that was convenient. We know that this is this. Let me get my idiots doing jobs. And I think from that, we can reason something else out, right? So we know that. Yes, we now know this. We know that that is one of those two. We already knew that. We know that this is immediately to the left of that, so this must be this, and that must be that. And we know that this is above that, so we know that. The highest difficulty puzzles are going to have you reading Tractatus Logicus, says Nettie in chat. I mean, this is exactly my kind of puzzle game. Well, no, it isn't. This is a little bit overly simple for me, but, I like puzzle games, and this is one of those. Okay, so that is somewhere above that, which means it has to be here. Did I do something? Oh, whoops, I chose the wrong one, which means it has to be like that. There we go. And this can't be that, because we already got that elsewhere.
The ultrasound and biopsy confirms it's extremely large, if you know what I mean. At least 30 pounds. I think that's actually a personal record for this clinic.
Let's go wish her congratulations and give her a lifetime supply of insulin.
So her heart is okay.
I'm sure she'll be overcome with joy.
Or her pancreas, or my pancreas attracts every other pancreas in the universe with a force equal. Never mind. Let's do one more medium and then we'll try hard.
Kid with...
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. What a dumb game.
Kid with bones in a green square is having nightmares. Screams at night are waking the neighbors.
You already read the file?
I was curious, since I'm not a cat. That's not dangerous.
If he's hallucinating during the day, it might be hyphen.
The kid is having nightmares. Only happens at night. It's right there in the name. What about the screaming? We should check for damage. For damage to his windpipe.
Oop. Okay, blue square is green thing. Done. We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that, I think. Blue square is not candy. Red is immediately above green. That doesn't yet tell us anything. Or above orange, I can't read. That does tell us something. Oops, that tells us that it can't be here. And red is to the left of blue, which as yet doesn't tell us anything. Purple is not above orange, but we don't know where orange circle is yet, so that doesn't tell us anything. Would you get rid of the box? Purple is above blue square. Which means it can't be here. Purple is not above orange. Well, that just means orange could be there. Red is not to the... Oh no, red is to the left of blue. Red circle is to the left of blue circle, and obviously we already knew that. Purple is above blue. We already knew that. This is red. Okay. So that implies that that must be that. Shut up. Purple is above that, above blue square. So that must be that. That is done. Purple is not above orange, so this cannot be orange. Red is 2 above orange, so this must be orange. We are learning things. I've learned nothing about any of these three yet. I don't think any of them have even come up yet. Purple is above green circle, so that means this has to be here. We've still learned nothing about these three. Like, throw me a goddamn bone, people. Blue is not above purple, so this does not go there. It goes in one of these places. This is purple. We only have these two pieces of information left. Surely we can figure them out. That's not what I meant. Red is to the... Okay, yep, we're done. Something about the, like, speed aspect as well as, like, working out the logical relationships. I mean... The only problem with this game is that it's pointlessly connected to House.
Arteriovenous malformation. It explains the symptoms, but how does that happen like that in a kid? What do I know? I'm just a doctor. I just want the kid out of my hair.
So your philosophy on life is that the patient exists just to annoy you?
My old philosophy used to be live and let live.
I'm knocking over things on my desk.
But I'm taking this needlepoint class, and they gave us these really big pillows.
Great. What a guy. What a personality. Okay, time for the highest difficulty.
If this is an intervention, you're a little late.
12-year-old male, spiking fever, congested chest, coughing up green sputum.
Isn't that more or less the normal color of sputum?
Shortness of breath, pain in breathing.
Baffling, though I vaguely recall a disease called pneumonia. Its test showed an atypical pattern for pneumonia. Pneumonia, that's the one.
And he has an infection in his lungs, being pneumonia.
Pump him full of steroids.
His immune system's in the toilet. It could kill him.
Mommy builds a little angel a high-quality bubble. What could go wrong?
The parents aren't going to let us do that. They're already upset for some reason.
The parents are mad because their kid is dying. It's understandable. If he doesn't die, they wouldn't be mad anymore.
Great. So glad to have you as the team. It's like this is two unrelated games glued together. Okay, blue box is cyan circle. Okay, we don't know anything about that yet. We don't know anything about that yet. We don't know anything about that yet. This blue box is blued. I don't remember how to control this game. Don't know enough about either of those. This tells us that this is not this, which is something. Okay. So that means this has to be here. Dang it, I hate this interface. Okay, so blue can't be at the far right, and yellow can't be at the far left, but that's all that tells us for now. That's 3 above that, so that tells us that this can't be here. Unfortunately, this tells us very little, but I guess it does narrow down this. Still got both of those possibilities. That still works. That still works. That is not above that. Doesn't really tell us anything for now. That's still that. Aha! We finally learned something. So that is above lightning bolts. Oh dear. Oh dear. That means I did something wrong. Because this has to be here, right? Aha, we've got an equals. This is this. Which means that this has to be this. Which means that this has to be this. shut up. Get out of it. It's so annoying that shows up over top of things, which means that this has to be this, which means that this can't be this, which means it's time to actually assign more doctors, learn more stuff. Okay, can I use either of these pieces of information? Not yet, not really. No, I think I've put everything that I can there. I don't think anything is definitely incorrect about what I've written, but I need more experiments, more information. I love how the only sound effect is bang, bang, bang. Okay, what new thing have we learned? We've learned that that is above that, which means this has to be here, right? Unless we've got something else wrong. We've solved that, which means this can't be that. That works. That's correct. So the candy is not below that. We already know that. It's annoying. Orange is to the left of candy, so orange can't be at the right, and candy can't be at the left. Oh, wait. For orange to be one left of candy, it has to be orange here, and candy here. Oh. I know that this isn't this, which means I must have screwed something else up, I guess? Shoot, I know this is wrong! No! But if I know that's wrong, then I don't know what else I do know. What do I know? Shoot, 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 shoot. I've really botched this one, it seems. That is not to the left of that. We already know that. Okay, that we already know. That's correct. Shoot, this isn't purple really botches everything because I don't know what I have right and wrong here. No! I have screwed up the entire video game. Oop, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh, green is to the left of orange. Great, that's true. That's correct. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is this? Oh, okay, those are the things they're currently learning. So can I like unhide these? See, yeah, I had to basically just like start over again, unhide everything, see what I screwed up. Why are there 3 states? What is the difference between these 3 states? Okay. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. That's 2 to the... Okay, so this can't be correct. But which is the wrong part? No, no, no! Boy, when you start going awry, things go very awry. Okay. Green is above that. So that means this must have been the green, and I really screwed up somewhere. If all else fails, order a full autopsy, says Nettie in chat. Yup, that's the solution. Boy howdy, have I really botched this one. I'm afraid the patient died from Yahweasel's dumbassitis. I think I want blue. I think blue is, look at this. So if I want this to be like, stuff I pay attention to, I need them to be blue. God, I hate this interface. Okay. Green was to the left of orange. I just ignored that because I'm an idiot. So the blue box is not that. Fine. Orange is to the left of candy. Okay, so maybe that doesn't mean to the left of. Maybe that just means it is horizontal of by 1. But I know this green box is that. So maybe candy is here and orange is there? In which case, green is whatever is left. That's there? Okay, he's finally happy with me. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. So that one is vertical of this, which means that this is that. And this, I think, I think the other ones I was confident of there. That's to the right of that, so that works. That's north of that, which means this must be here. Oop. Everything else is, I don't know, I'm an idiot. That is not vertical of that, correct. I have a blue box that... Oh, okay, I have a blue box isn't, fine. Oh, I see what I did. I saw that, and I did a not equals when it was equals, and that screwed up everything. Okay, so that's above the lightning, which means that's there. The green box is... this. Green is above that. Let me send some doctors. I am really this patient is dead. This patient is very, very deceased. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. That 2 to the right is this. That's correct. So okay, I must be interpreting this wrong because I'm confident that we know that red goes there. So this is really just left or right of, which I guess is why it's showing in green. So I thought that like there was a specific order to it, but no. Okay, wait. This patient is gonna die. I'm sorry, patient. Looks like it's time for you to die. I don't know how to restart. I mean, I can quit and just let the patient die. I think I botched that so badly that I just have to, continue to just, look, we let one die and we're just going to accept that sometimes you let the patients die and you just move on to the next one. Sometimes that's what doctoring is. Sometimes doctoring is not caring when you let patients die because you're an idiot.
This had better be good. You're interrupting my soaps. 38-year-old female with blood in her urine, decay of the bladder.
And candies, but that doesn't fit.
Ampicillin to the UTI and stop calling me.
Cultures were negative for UTIs. You should really come look at her chart.
I hurt my leg. I have a note.
Aren't you supposed to be working clinic today? ... Cuddy is looking for you.
How could I possibly work clinic duty with our patient in such a critical state?
What a guy. What a character. Okay, this one is candy. And we're not going to make any mistakes. Orange is one to the left of... No, that does not mean left of. That just means in the same row as. This is above that. Fine, we don't know anything about that. This is not above that. Wait, that's the very thing that it was not above. God, what a good sound effect. Okay, those are in the same row. Don't know anything about those. Yes, I do. This can't be here. That is not candy. We already knew that. Okay, so this, I guess, can't be here. Wait, this can't just mean in the same row as. Well, with a... Okay, so we know those are next to each other. Do I know that? Does that mean immediately next to each other? What does that mean? I think there's arrows in both directions. It must mean left or right. So all I know is that those are immediately next to each other, which does not tell me enough to work anything else out just yet. Those are immediately next to each other, but once again, that doesn't tell me enough to work anything else out. See, but this just tells me those are on the same row, but I know they must be on the same row, right? Like, it always gives me the rows. So, like, how does that help? Nothing else to be gained from that for the time being. Those are next to each other. Those are next to each other. Nothing else to be gained from that for the time being. Dang it. I feel like I am missing something rather important here. Like something conceptually rather important here. Okay, that's solid information. Okay, that's at least something. It's not extremely informative just yet, but it tells us something. For these to be right next to each other, well, yeah. Well, so I already know those are next to each other. I no longer trust the order. That's all I've learned here. Those two are next to each other, but we don't know enough else to do anything with that. Nothing new we can learn there. Okay, so for those to be in line, this can't be this. I mean, as far as I know, that tells me nothing. And, well, that tells me they're next to each other, so that's not nothing. Hello, okay. So that has to be here, which means that has to be there. And there must be some further information we can get from that. Yes, we can. So this is this. Nothing there yet. Nothing there yet. Wait, yes, there is something there. This can't be this. Nothing there yet. Hello, that's convenient. That's just a this equals this. Oop, oop. Nothing there yet. That's better than nothing. Okay. So we can learn that, I suppose. That's fine. Stop talking over yourself. It's very annoying. Okay, so now we know this can't be here. This is some intense gameplay. Those are right next to each other. That's fine. Hello, okay, so we know that this is here. We are learning. Which means we know that this is here. We are learning. Which means we know that we need to actually use our staff. Nothing new there. 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 We already knew that. Thank you so much for information we already had. Yeah, that's I already knew that. I already knew that. More procedures. I don't think I've written anything down wrong yet, so that's something. At least every fact that's here is true. Hello, that was a crucial piece of information to gain. Yes. That's going to unlock a lot of other stuff. That's not quite what I meant to do, but it'll do. I think it's all unlocked now. Except that I'm wrong! I just put exactly those two backwards. relatively speaking, relative to how much of a mess that was the last time I attempted it, fantastic.
It's anthrax and leprosy. No wonder it was driving me crazy. You're treating for both diseases, covering all the bases. What, throw everything against the wall and see what sticks?
Works for spaghetti.
Taub, I can't take you anywhere, can I?
B? I mean, I'll take B. Oh, House, you scoundrel with those one-liners, says Sonic in chat. Exactly. That's why you play this game. By which I mean, that's why no one would ever play this game.
This had better be good,
this is the exact... We've seen this one. Of course, I did let her die last time, so maybe this time I just don't let her die, and that's gonna be the trick. So I do start with some information. I don't know why I kept thinking I didn't. Fine, so we know that this isn't here. Of course, those are in the same row. That's useless information. And... okay, so the order must matter. This must mean that purple is not to the left of blue. It must mean that. If purple is not to the left of blue, then purple is to the right of blue, which means purple can't be at the far left, and blue can't be at the far right. And that box is not that, which we already knew. Thank you very much, you idiots. Oh, I hate this interface! So this must mean that orange box is to the left of yellow, which means that orange box cannot be at the far right. You, do an experimental. You, do a lab test. You, do a head procedure, HED. So are you getting the same epiphany you had with the Bean game, that these devs are masters in the Java market, such creative minds, says Sonic in chat? So the other, those in chat who now have given up on me said that this is not the one I was looking for. There is another Mr. Bean game for phones, and probably, I had a lot of trouble getting this game to run. Probably what happened is the one that I actually wanted, I couldn't get to run. And this is just the one I could get to run. Okay, we've got an exact equals here. So purple goes there. Blue is above that. Does that tell me anything? Yes, that tells me that this isn't here. And that tells me that blue isn't here. That's above that, so I know that yellow isn't here. This is for sure not the right house, says Nettie in chat. I mean, you know, although it is a shitty game, I am enjoying it. I have so much enjoyment of puzzle games that I can even get enjoyment out of crap like this. Purple is above that, so that tells me that this goes like this. Fine. And now I know that this must be this. Fine. And now... oh, that was just any distance. Okay, so still nothing to be gained there. But, yeah, I can't get any more information from that. Who knew that the Housemeister had a stronghold on the gaming market to have multiple games? Sonic, who knows how many House MD games there are? There are probably dozens, each shittier than the last. Okay. We have an equals. Okay, so that goes there. Which means that this goes here, which means that orange goes here, and green goes there, which implies nothing about this. Once again, they will give me no information on the last row. Do all the work in the world so long as it tells me nothing about the last row. I refuse to know. So if purple square is to the left of blue square, then purple square can't be at the far right, and blue square can't be at the far left. I'm still hoping that the order matters there. I don't understand what these symbols mean, and I could be extremely wrong. Green is above that, so that means that this can't be here or here. But I don't yet know which of these two it is. This is the most exciting part of this game. I mean, I guess I could put more on quicker things, but I need advanced data. Okay, we've got another equals that we already knew. Fabulous. That is 2 to the left of that, which means orange is here, which means that that's there. Stop talking to me. Which means that this is here, which means that purple cannot be left of this. Oops, that was wrong. Which means that purple cannot be left of this. And this is definitely something wrong there. Purple is to the left. Okay, so this is this and that's that. So I think that it is quite possible that I have screwed this up. But I think that I just need something to disambiguate these two. And frankly, I could just try. There we go. I could wait for a clue, or I can just sort of try it and see which one works. It's anthrax and leprosy again. Still a grade B. I am not sure if I need to play this game anymore. Just like in real life operations, trial and error, says Sonic and Jet. Exactly. You just sort of poke around, get in there, get your hands dirty, see what happens. That's how you play. That's how you play. That's how you do medical operations. About. Developed by Barbaroga LLC. I don't think Barbaroga was who I was looking for. In fact, I know it wasn't because I remember distinctly that it was a Spanish company with the most German-sounding name possible. Okay, Nettie. Okay. I mean, if it's that easy to find, let me just see if I can set up the other game.